Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark. We're back here for the daily recap. I almost forgot what I was going to say. So, this market, long day, it felt like. We gapped down pretty big at the open, very big at the open. Mainly it was oil. Off the bat, yet biotechs moved very quickly. Some high beta slowly rebounded. Oil, for the most part, was not good at all, and it continues to remain basically the anchor for this market. In my opinion, what's keeping us down? The spiders have been going toe-to-toe with oil in the USO, so you just got to keep an eye on that. Really, we're not going anywhere. I don't think that a lot of damage was done today, and we did close with a nice little green bar. But at the same time, I just don't. I'm not that excited about it. Then there's but the high beta stocks. They did have some moves today. There was buyers that came in at lower levels, and now they held these levels. The reality, that might have been the knock to get back in and possibly for these things to go higher. I don't know. I've taken trades across the board. I said I was in defensive mode. I'm continuing to be in defensive mode. I think that's the way to be across the board. Google did the same thing. They held the 21-day. That's what you want to see. Facebook, gap down, closed well. Now at the top end of its range. Might just do nothing now. BABA, still above 85, looks pretty healthy to me. Tesla actually I think got a little beaten up. I didn't really play it much today. NFLX, nice little rebound, but I still think it needs more time personally. But then you had the bios. Bios basically, I was talking about descending channel. This is the bottom they have to hold. They held. They held nicely, and they basically rallied right off the bat, and that was it. And I was saying that this morning. If they do break this channel, then there's trouble. But it did not. It held very nicely. Now we'll see if there's just more back and forth action, or if it's if a bigger trend is going to be formed. It's not going to be formed in a day, that's for sure. So keep that in mind. I mean, some of the standouts, ALXN had a good move, definitely moved above certain levels. I think I saw Celgene had a decent move, but it's still, chart-wise, it's not really anything exciting. REGN, I'm assuming, probably had a good move. But chart-wise, they don't look that good, especially if I'm talking about them being shorts in the morning, possibly, and then they rally. The charts aren't that good, going to be that pretty regardless, but it did have a nice recovery. And then there's oil. Oil just cannot get out of its own way. It did have a little rally today. You looked at KMI. One point it did rally, but it cannot get a bid. I know they're going to be talking about their dividend, I believe, tonight or tomorrow. Keep that on the radar. But the volatility index definitely ticked up a little bit. Nothing to be so alerted about. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what this tape is going to bring us. I truly don't. I think each day a little bit different, and we're just going to have to trade accordingly. It's unfortunate because we don't really get a lot of movement intraday, and then right at the last 20 minutes of the day you get some sort of movement. It's the market we're in right now. I don't know if that's going to continue, but so far that's been the trend, and you got to remember that is the key. Trying to trade in and out, I know has been very difficult. I've been hammering it on the VTF that's not the way to be right now. And people think I'm coming across angry. I'm just coming across realistic. The reality is there's times to chop around this tape and try to in and out type of trading, and there's times to just pick a level on your ideas and your conviction ideas and sit. We're in that type of mode. Sit, minimum, you could take a little trades, but the reality is trying to go back and forth in this tape is very, very difficult, and I'm not recommending it right now. So overall, guys, we're hanging in there. If oil stays down, we're obviously not going to go too far. But again, oil has been out of play for better part of 6 months or longer. So I don't see why some of the high beta stocks we've been talking about have that move that we've been looking for. It's just a matter of you got to wait and see, and they're gonna basically baton's gonna be passed each day on which one it actually happens. So hopefully you had an okay day. Obviously a little bit of recovery from the bottom, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.